Daniel had just moved into his new rental, a modest but modern house, surprisingly affordable. The landlord claimed the last tenant left in a hurry, but Daniel didn't think much of it. After all, he needed a fresh start. For the first few nights, everything seemed normal, but soon little things felt off. His coffee mug was in the sink when he swore he left it on the counter. The closet door was slightly open in the morning, though he always shut it before bed. His TV turned on by itself at exactly 3:12 a.m. At first, Daniel dismissed it as exhaustion from the move. Maybe he was just forgetful. But then things escalated. One night, after making dinner, he left his plate on the table and went to grab his phone. When he returned minutes later, the plate was empty, clean, as if someone had licked it spotless. Daniel's heart pounded. There was no one else in the house. He double-checked the doors and windows. All locked. Feeling unsettled, he decided to set up a camera in his living room. If something strange was happening, he would catch it. The next morning, Daniel eagerly checked the footage. At first, everything seemed normal, until the timestamp hit 2:57 a.m. A shadow moved, not a ghostly blur, not a trick of the light. A pale, thin figure crawled out from behind the living room couch. Daniel's breath caught in his throat as he watched. The figure moved silently across the floor on all fours, its long limbs bending unnaturally. It slithered into the kitchen and stood up, revealing an impossibly thin body, its ribs protruding under sickly pale skin. It wasn't a ghost. It was a person. Daniel watched in horror as the figure walked past his bedroom door. It disappeared down the hall, into the walls. Shaking, Daniel ran to the living room, searching behind the couch. There was nothing. Then he noticed something, a barely visible seam in the wall. With trembling hands, he pushed. The wall gave way, revealing a narrow, hidden crawl space. The air smelled of rot and damp wood. Something had been living here. Inside, he found a small, makeshift bed of old blankets, half-eaten food, and, worst of all, a stack of photographs of himself. Some were taken while he was asleep. A cold wave of terror crashed over him. Whoever had been living in his house wasn't gone. Daniel grabbed his keys and bolted. He didn't stop running until he was in his car, gasping for air. When he called the police, they searched the crawl space. They never found the intruder. Daniel moved out the next day, leaving everything behind. A week later, he received an email from the landlord. "You left your TV on." I stopped by to turn it off, but I noticed something strange. The closet door in the bedroom was open, and inside there was a small hole in the wall, leading to the vents. Daniel never replied. If this story gave you chills, imagine what's coming next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying tales. And hit that bell icon, because the next story might just keep you up at night.